gentlemen, it's the Stephanie Miller Show.
I'm walking on sunshine. I'm walking on sunshine. It's time to feel good. Hey. It's time to feel good.
I had to fix that picture. We have a nation of anal retentive set directors that watch the show.
Yeah, that's not in the shot, though.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, that picture is straightened, everybody, just for your edification. Anal retentives. Good morning. It is the Stephanie Miller Show. Jim, live in hour 3, right there, right next to you. Legendary laugh-in creator George Slaughter live in studio with us. How about that? He's getting some big fancy award something tonight. Oh, I didn't turn my box on. Pardon.
Oh, do you want applause?
Yes, thank you. Okay. That's good. Although Travis said he gave him...
interesting.
He gave him directions last night in an ambient haze, so...
Yeah, so we'll see if he gets here.
He has been here before, at the occasional party.
Where you go down...
He did call it 11 o'clock, though.
And it turns right, left, or right.
We'll send him the Californian's GPS.
California.
No, don't go that
Don't
way.
check the 405, because that's bogus.
That's always good advice, isn't it? Don't take the 405?
Yeah.
Not the
It's
405.
a mess.
Yeah,
It's like Calcutta. The whole stretch between Sunset and the 10.
It's supposed to be done in June, though. It's supposed to be done in June. All that
I used to have shocks in my car.
Yeah. Never ends well. Doing 405. All right. Also, Charlie Pierce, our usual Tuesday pal.
Yep.
And, of course, a love letter. Not for me. For John Fugelsang.
Of course. Whom we're going to see this weekend.
In Chicago.
Yeah.
Yes, this is what it's like. Sexy Liberal Week. This is what it's like being on the road with John Fugelsang. Could you tell John? Could you hand this note to John? It's like being the girl. It's the ugly girl with the unibrow that sits next to John that just has to take notes from other girls.
Sounds like you have experience with that.
Excuse me. Hey, Armenian dude, could you give this note to John?
The captain of the football team.
They would just stick it in my natural afro or my unibrow.
Yeah.
Here, this note's for John. You have to check these pictures out. Where do we put them up at Stephanie Miller Show Facebook?
Yeah, it's in the Fort Lauderdale album.
Yeah, Jeannie just got her pictures. Steph, I know I'm a little late. I just received these pictures from Sexy Liberal Fort Lauderdale March 1st. First, I want to apologize. I don't even remember you being that close to me that night. I blame it on the Fugelsang flush. Trademark Sexy Liberal Show. Yeah, he is... Looks like actually both of them are having an orgasm, and I'm just like behind them, like the geeky girl in school. What are you guys doing? Oh.
People saying flush, is that like the monster man?
Yes, it is, but worse, with a lot more orgasms. Yeah. Okay. As you can see from the picture, I think John enjoyed my running of the fingers through his hair as much as I did, maybe more. No, not possible, and I enjoyed that moment more than words can say. I still close my eyes and I imagine John, my fingers running through. Okay, maybe I should stop. Yes, maybe you should.
Oh,
Thank you. Thank you. I knew you'd figure out what I needed. Thank you.
Oh, God.
Yes, I love it when you run your fingers through my pants. Hair.
By the way, feel free to run your fingers through Jim's pants on Saturday at the Chicago Theater.
He'll like it.
Dig it. Take it.
John in his hair, whatever.
Yeah.
Jim's like, Jim, although, has a handsome, sexy liberal, and romantic new haircut just in time for Sexy Liberal.
Yes. Just in time to be squashed by headphones.
The best time that night. Can't wait for you to come back to Florida. Thanks for the great memories. Love and peace. Jeannie in Winter Park, Florida.
Winter Park is in Orlando.
She was not frigid in Winter Park that night.
Winter Park's in Orlando. She came a ways for that.
There is no winter in Orlando.
No, people. It's a park where people winter.
Ah, right.
Yes.
Not summer, they winter. And sometimes antique, and often typhoon.
Yes. It is the Beverly Hills of Orlando.
Right.
Yes.
And sometimes they sinkhole.
Yeah, well, yeah.
All right. People do travel. A lot of people road tripping.
Yeah.
For the big show. The big show. Chicago Theater. Hurry, go to Sexy Liberal Facebook, sexyliberal.com to get the real ticket links. Don't go to the scalper sites or the scammers. I think there's only like a teensy single-digit VIP tickets left.
Oh.
Like in the single digits. There were 15 yesterday. They may be gone. Go. Hurry. Run like the wind.
Take it.
Wow, okay.
All right. Tommy.
So somewhere between 0 and 9.
I'm not exactly certain. Okay. Probably by the time I finished that sentence, they were all gone.
Gone.
But anyway,
Yeah.
give it a try. And Tommy in Columbus, as you know, a helper. A helper, as we all know. Things not good right now in the radio business, particularly progressive radio.
Right.
This is Steph. I guess I need some helper music.
Okay.
Steph, God bless you for keeping up the good fight. Thank you, Tommy. And keeping the truth in front of the American people despite the millions of dollars being spent to shut down liberal talk radio. But you and your sexy liberal tour must keep up the fight, and you must watch every last dollar. Oh, listen, the guy that owns the show that's trying to kill me for the life insurance money, I hear about it all the time. So,
Okay.
people are eating too much on the tour. Can you not drink or eat?
Could you stay in
Why must there be
station
hotel
wagon?
rooms? You have lots of fans. They all have homes that come to the show.
You could stay in the garage.
Because
I see an item on here for toiletries. If you forget your toothpaste, that's your problem. Okay, just kidding. Hasn't gotten that bad yet. I actually thought of this yesterday because I thought that he might think of this. One way to save a lot of money is to get the mooks to and from Chicago without spending too much on plane tickets. I think I found a way. If some guy can do the 6-hour flight to Hawaii
In the wheel well.
in a wheel well,
Right.
oh God.
then the 2.5 to 3 hours of Chicago should be easy for Chris and Jim. According to news reports, they'll get to sleep on the trip for about an hour before they land.
In what universe is the flight 2.5 or 3 hours to Chicago?
Well, it's less than to Hawaii.
What if you have a really strong tailwind?
Right. Besides, with the money you save, you should be able to upgrade to first class. Thank you, Tommy.
I ain't going there.
Actually, I gave 9 miles to Jim.
Yeah.
To fly first
Jim's
class.
flying first
and I'm
class.
going to fly in the wheel well because that's how I roll.
I never asked you to do that.
I know. I love you.
I'm in the middle
and
seat.
I appreciate you doing it, and the fans are so excited that you guys are coming. So
I can't wait to meet everybody in Chicago.
I know it.
Everybody, that's a tall order.
That's a
There's
lot of Chicago's a big
There's
town.
a lot of guys and gals there. In
Bags and bags of gays and gals.
I also have a lot of friends that I'm meeting up with that weekend too.
Boy.
Yeah, well,
Oh, boy.
well, they're all going to be at the show, so they bought tickets.
Thank God Travis won't be there to rat you out and send me drinking pictures of you.
No, you always drink way more than I
Here's
do.
Chris at the Billy Goat Tavern.
You always drink way more than I do.
No.
I used to run into Steve Carell and Stephen Colbert at casting places in Chicago. In the
Wow.
90s.
Wow. I was in what's the group for a minute? What's the group there? Second City. I was in Second City for a second.
For a second?
Right.
Right. That's why I call it Second City. You're just there for a second.
Right.
and then-
I was there for a second.
Yeah,
No, I could have done the touring group, but I couldn't because I was
Yes.
recording radio DJ, everybody.
Yes, and you're gone.
Yes, and goodbye. You will amount to nothing. And they were correct about that. Correct. All right. Yeah, that story. How did that kid stay alive? That is incredible.
They're saying he
In the
went into
wheel well.
like a suspended animation state because it was so cold.
Like Frozen?
Yeah, well, that his body kind of like shut down to the bare minimum.
Is that how it goes? Let it go?
Yeah, but there's
Carlos
no,
sings it. I don't.
there's no suspended animation in that movie.
Oh. I thought that's what Frozen referred to. I don't
No,
go to the kid
That's in
movies.
2001.
Oh.
Suspended animation.
Yeah, oh, no, you're
Before-
right.
Before Hal kills them. and pulls
Right.
the plug.
Yeah.
Oh, or Coma, that movie. Wasn't Tom Selleck in that? Remember all the bodies
Yes.
are suspended?
No, Tom Selleck was not in that.
Yeah, he
Yes,
was.
he was.
That was,
He played a
Michael, that was
body.
Michael Douglas and Genevieve Boucher.
No, but he was one of the bodies.
Oh, he was?
Yeah.
He also went to my high school. Long before I was
All
there.
right. Anyway, my point is, this kid did not. Yeah, first of all, security-wise, hello, anybody can sneak into an airport and you could put a bomb in a wheel well or
Yeah,
whatever.
Apparently climbed over the fence at
terrorist,
San Jose
something.
Airport.
What's that?
Apparently
yeah.
climbed over the fence at San Jose Airport.
Apparently he knew the way to San Jose.
Yeah, he and into the wheel well.
He got in a fight with his family and said, "I'll show you."
And he did.
Oh, he sure did.
I'm going to climb into the wheel well. Right.
Yeah,
Sure you are.
That is medically, I mean, and I'm reading this from ABC News. Chances of surviving a flight from the inside of the wheel well of an airliner are incredibly small. So this was Sunday. The 16-year-old California breached security at San Jose International, boarded a Hawaii flight to Maui. Maui, good choice, although I would have picked Kauai if you're getting a free flight.
You can't get a direct flight to Hawaii.
Oh, that's true. All right. We'll ask Bob Seska.
Okay.
He's not coming today because
Right.
of George Slaughter being here, but tomorrow I'll ask him.
But you'll get one of those
Right.
Kon-Tiki rafts so you can
Right.
row your way to Kauai.
Which would be the best Hawaiian city to stow away in a wheel well, too.
Yeah.
Do you still get a free light when you fall out of the wheel well? Or
Oh, well.
Do they don't greet
no,
you?
No, they're not. That's not cheap. Oh, you had the flower thing.
Right. Oh, I
And the thing about a wheel well is that
You're not in any shape yet.
I was watching a report this morning. The thing about a wheel well is that when the plane's on the ground, it looks like there's tons of room in the wheel well for you to.
But when the
But
wheel comes
when
up,
the wheel goes up, there is no room.
Right. That's what I don't even get
Yeah.
that. how you could even survive the
I guess he may have kept himself slightly warm because hydraulic fluid heats up as it compresses or expands or whatever.
There's
And also
nothing
the
more
friction,
romantic than being warmed by the...
The friction of the tire probably, on the runway probably keep it warm for a little while.
For a hot minute.
That's romantic. Hydraulic fuel and
Fluid,
friction from...
not fuel. Hydraulic fluid.
Okay, fluid, right.
You don't want fuel in your hydraulic fluid.
Yeah, so when the plane touched down 5 hours later, he was unconscious inside the wheel well. An hour later, he came to and was seen walking along the tarmac.
Yeah.
That is just incredible. Whoa! What happened? What did I do? Oh!
What? Where
Wow! Hawaii!
Who am I? Why am I here?
You look like Admiral Stockdale.
Yeah.
What's happening? How did this happen? One doctor interviewed on ABC News said the boy's survival was almost miraculous. There is no heat, no oxygen, no pressurization, and obviously they did the numbers. The journey often ends in death, and this has happened a lot of times before.
And it flies higher than the top of Mount Everest.
Why do people keep doing it? It's the weirdest.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not unprecedented that someone has survived a flight like this in a wheel well before, but it's not common that someone survives.
Just when we thought there wouldn't be a dumber teen than the one that tweeted the terrorist threat to the airline. Okay, the kid that got in the wheel well. All right. Things that seem like a good idea at 16. Oh, heavens. All right, 17 minutes after the hour, we roll along on the Stephanie Miller Show. It is from... Yeah, it is the Stephanie Miller Show. Welcome to it. 22 minutes after the hour. 1-800-STEP-1-2, the phone number. Tom in Illinois, you're on the Stephanie Miller Show. Hi, Tommy.
Good morning, Mama. Good morning, Moo.
Hello.
Morning.
I just found out last night that my wife and a very dear friend of our families are coming to see you guys this Saturday in Chicago.
Very, very exciting.
And as soon as I heard that your show was going to be here in Chicago, I wanted to get tickets, but I'm unable to take her because I'm in a show myself. And I just wondered if you could give her a shout-out, her and her friend Jody and Krista.
Jody and Krista. Hi, Jody and Krista. Well, you're a showman yourself. You're in this business we call show.
I am in this business, and so is my wife, actually.
Wow.
She is not involved in the show right now, but I am.
What kind of show are you in?
I'm actually doing a production of Avenue Q.
Oh, we love that show.
Awesome.
Yeah, we love that show.
Yeah.
A friend of mine produced that.
Yeah.
Our old boss.
Yeah. Very exciting.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what Chris said there.
It was our old boss that produced the original Broadway version.
Right.
Oh, yeah, it was fantastic.
Yeah.
We actually had one of the original cast members come out and give us a Muppet boot camp at the beginning of the rehearsal process to get the whole process down. It's been amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, we open next week. But, I was...
Well, good for you. All that being said, do not go to Avenue Q this weekend. Go to the Sexy Liberal Show.
It doesn't open until next week, right?
Yes, we don't open until next week.
Right. He doesn't open until next week anyway, Chicago. You come to Sexy Liberal then next week. Okay, go ahead.
But,
Anyway.
Jody and Krista are coming to see you guys. I'm so jealous. I've wanted to come and see you. I listen to you guys almost any chance I get. And just thank you for everything. You make my day just fantastic.
Thank you, Tommy. And hi, Jody. Hi, Krista. Woot! We'll see you this weekend. Have a good show. We'll see you then.
Yay!
Speaking of general Chicago awesomeness, guess what I got yesterday?
What'd you get?
With this card. Look at the doggy. Look at the handsome romantics. From Mark and Phil, the owners of Mila Vacuums, one of our fine sponsors from WCPT in Chicago. I got the dog and cat hair vacuum they just sent me yesterday.
Oh, very cool.
They write, Mama, Best Vacuum is proud to sponsor your show on WCPT here in Chicago.
Great, Best Vacuum.
Thank you. We thought you might want a Mila of your own to clean up after the mooks. Oh, you have no idea. So we're sending you the special Mila cat and dog model. Maybe now Chris can stop whining about all the pet hair on his equipment. No, he will never stop whining. Oh. Fred. It's funny we had Michael McDonald here because you do exactly this. What do you call it? When Fred gets near you.
Uh-huh.
Seriously, we just wanted to say thank you for lending your voice to our commercials and to let you know how much we appreciate your show and what you do. All the best. Mark and Phil, actual small business owners, trademark Stephanie Miller Show, who do not really like to listen to both sides. They just like to listen to
Stephanie Miller.
Right.
Computer 38.
And who can blame them?
Exactly. Thank you. Oh, my God, I'm so excited.
What? Why? What?
About the vacuum.
Oh.
It's well, you should get one, too, cat people.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I probably should. Well, with cats, you also have the kitty litter problem that gets tracked out of the box.
I don't understand the whole going in the house thing. That is just...
Your dogs go in the house all the time.
No, they do not.
You just had to clean something up the other day.
Listen, there's we've had a couple of situations where a friend's dog peed, and then, now it's fine. Everything's fine now. You just move along.
You just cleaned up a big pile of diarrhea.
That was a full 2 weeks ago. My dad's not going to house. When I briefly lived with the cats, with the ex, I was like, wow, when you have to walk by the litter box at the wrong time, I was like,
I'll keep the litter box clean.
You clean it then.
Well, right, but right when they do it.
Who wasn't cleaning the litter box?
Somebody might have had some passive aggressiveness toward me. Who knows? Oh, did I forget that again? No, I'm talking about right when they go. If you happen to walk by at the wrong time.
Yeah, but they bury it.
Yeah, they bury it, and you don't smell it.
Oh, really?
As much.
You just clean the litter box every day.
Why don't I try that in here later and see? I'll cover it up and see if you can still smell it. Look, I put sand on it. It's fine. That was like in grade school.
Sand.
I never understood when a kid threw up and then they threw that stuff that was
the
like
orange stuff.
Right, the orange stuff that smelled like Parmesan cheese.
Boy,
I'm like, no. Now that's puke with cheese on
I
it.
still remember when Edwin Donahoe barfed in second grade, and Mr. Suggs came to clean it up with the orange.
That kid.
Yeah.
How does that make it better? I don't understand. And is there anyone that works at the school that can tell us what the hell is that orange stuff and how does it make it better?
I don't know what you're talking about. We never had orange stuff.
Well, Jim and I are old. They would throw orange stuff on top of when a kid puked.
Try to absorb the.
But it smelled. It was like orange Parmesan cheese, and I'm just saying. Like I don't get the sprays, the lavender. It's just like, oh well, now it smells like lavender scent.
My elementary school, we had outside hallways. So, yeah.
Aren't you fancy?
Well, so you just hose it down if someone...
Well, no, this was in the class, right in the classroom.
Oh, okay.
Barf right
All right, speaking of shows and show folk, everybody.
Right, yes.
Did you hear Neil Patrick Harris cursed at a fan?
Yes, but he was in
on
character.
Broadway.
But he was in character, which is awesome.
I curse. You will hear me curse many times. It's actually on purpose. At you or not at you, just, at the air. Neil Patrick Harris.
Have you clouds?
Yes, I yell at clouds.
Yeah.
I'm really too elderly to be on the road, but, it is what it is.
They shove you out there, and you do your thing.
Where's my walker?
I'm like Liza at this point. Oh, okay. Hip goes. Neil Patrick Harris had a tart response for an overeager fan who interrupted his performance of a new Broadway show. A female theater goer shouted out, "I love you, Neil." First of all, barking up the wrong tree.
Right.
Clearly. Plus,
well, he's happily married and has children.
Character.
Yeah.
So.
Right. As the title character in Hedwig and the Angry Inch, without breaking character, he responded, "I'm doing something up here, mother." The audience cheered, and I guess it was all in good fun.
Well, that's what the character would say.
I'm doing something new.
That's what the character would say. I totally get it.
Some people, I told you, don't get what's the fourth wall thing in theater, that you're not supposed to yell at the character. I told you I had drunken friends come to a play in college, and there was a thing my character was holding a diaphragm, the birth control.
Of course, in that play I saw it several years ago, she addresses the audience directly.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's not.
Anyway, they started drunkenly yelling, "Woohoo! Put it in!" And I was like, later I was like, guys. Yeah, I was playing Holly in Uncommon Women and Others by Wendy Wasserstein, in case you were wondering, everybody.
I don't know anything about that.
No? Nothing?
Nothing.
You got nothing?
I got nothing.
Okay.
No.
At least it wasn't an all-female version of Antigone or something like that.
Or Antigone.
All right.
Yeah.
Sexy liberal yelling is encouraged. In fact, people do. They don't. I don't even know why I bother preparing anything. People just yell things.
Yeah, they do.
I'm like Oprah on crack. It's just they yell things, and I just
Slaving hard.
Exactly. 29 minutes after the hour, right back on the Stephanie Miller Show.
Today on the
Stephanie Miller.
It is the Stephanie Miller Show, full of helpers. Brian in Oklahoma knows what the orange powder was that the teachers threw on kid puke when we were in grade school. Hi, Brian.
Hi, Steph. Hi, Mooks.
Hi.
Good morning, everybody.
Hi.
The orange Parmesan cheese stuff is an emulsifier that pulls the liquid out of the mess and turns it into kind of a crusty substance that you can scoop up pretty easily.
Eat up breakfast, everybody.
Do what?
I said, eat up breakfast, everybody.
There you go. There you
Yeah.
go.
Why did it smell like Parmesan cheese? That's my only
I
question.
don't remember that.
Yeah.
Maybe that was a Buffalo thing.
That's the way the chemical looks. I don't know why.
Oh, I see. Maybe, yeah, it's the way it interacted. Maybe it's because it was mostly chicken wings that Buffalo children were ingesting. So maybe somehow...
Chicken wings and blue cheese dressing.
It's already orange.
Or beef on weck. Maybe that's why. I'm just saying. I don't know.
Or Niagara ice wine.
Yeah, that'll make it puke.
Lake Niagara wine.
Whatever.
It wasn't ice wine. It's Lake Niagara wine. It was my favorite.
Was it really?
Oh, look. Oh, speaking of helpers and saving money on the Sexy Liberal Tour, Kevin in Chicago, a helper.
Okay.
Steph and the Mooks, like Tommy suggested, I have a place where y'all can stay when you're here in Chicago. I've got dibs on a semi-rat-infested cubbyhole on Lower Wacker, only a block from the Chicago Theater.
Hey,
I'll kick out a couple of my drinking buddies and make room for you. No shower available, but jumping distance to the Chicago River to clean up. Let me know if you're interested.
Sounds great.
Especially since it's only going to be in the 40s on Saturday.
What is going on in Chicago? It's going through menopause. It was like 70-something yesterday.
Well, that's springtime in Chicago.
I did the Google.
That's
I was
what
like,
you get.
oh, 76, this is awesome. And then it was like Saturday, 40. What?
Yeah, it's like a high of 41 or something.
What?
Yeah.
Sounds about right for...
It's menopausal. It's spring in Chicago.
Yeah.
All right. So we were talking about, that was also a good suggestion, having you two ride in the wheel well, so that is exciting. Although we might have to hire a lawyer, there's charges. I'm not really sure.
You know.
We'll see.
In case we die or something.
We were in the wheel well, there'd be no room for the wheel.
That's true. You two are,
Sturdy.
Right. All right. The Maui Airport spokeswoman talking about the stowaway.
Spokesman.
Right.
He was weak. He hung from the wheel well, and then he fell to the ground and regained some strength and stood up and started walking to the front of the aircraft.
Oh, my God. Wouldn't you if you were like a runway worker? Like,
Yeah.
lose your... Quit. Dig.
What? I gotta quit drinking. What? I did not just say that.
Huh? The San Jose Airport spokeswoman. There we
It
go.
is possible to scale an airport perimeter fence line, especially under cover of darkness,
Good to know.
and remain undetected.
Oh, good to know, terrorists. Wink. Wow.
When
Here's how you do it.
Yeah.
Hey, here's how you would do it.
When did that
I wait till
start?
nighttime.
And why aren't perimeters of airports secured?
Yeah.
That's
Well, what
horrifying.
could
That
possibly
seemed unwise to
happen?
phrase that like that.
Yeah.
Oh, it is possible. I'm just saying. Not that I'm sure anyone would ever want to do it for nefarious purposes. However.
And here's a fake ID
I wait
in
till
case
it's
someone
dark.
tries to stop you.
Wow.
Wait until dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, because that was the first thing you thought of is, thank God this ended okay and he's all right. But
Yeah.
you think security-wise, like, anybody
It's
can...
a nightmare.
Right. Just saying. I guess I'm hoping I'm not. Now I'm being a terrorist helper. I'm just saying somebody could just stick a bomb in there or whatever. How can you get on a runway without anybody?
You can't walk through the terminal without someone, like, scanning you
Or
taking naked
tackling
pictures
you or
of you.
something.
Yeah, she's
You
just
know.
like, just scale the fence when it's dark.
Yeah.
What? Don't.
Don't go through security.
Yeah, you don't. That's like, gotta take your shoes.
asshole.
You don't
That's
take
what
your
puts-
shoes off when you scale the fence.
And you can carry liquids in bottles as big as you
Sure.
want.
You'd carry a whole Sparklets bottle with you.
Don't you hate that when you have to give up your water and you just bought it? Just go through the fence. Okay. Wow.
Huh.
So that happened, and we didn't let it.
No.
Somebody did.
Yeah.
Looking at you, San Jose. All right. Meanwhile, in other tragic transportation news, wow, this ferry crew.
Oh, yeah.
Yikes! This gets worse and worse. Prosecutors are considering charges of accidental homicide against the captain, the third mate, and the helmsman of last week's doomed South Korean ferry. At least 80 people confirmed dead in the tragedy, 222 others still missing, and so this death count is obviously going
And there are a bunch
to
of
rise
people
a lot.
in that air pocket
Yeah.
and couldn't get anyone to help them.
Yeah. The captain initially told passengers to stay in their rooms and waited more than a half an hour to issue an evacuation order as the ferry sank. But then the ship had tilted so much it believed that many of the missing could not escape. Video showed that he was among the first people rescued.
Oh, how about that?
Some of his
That's handy.
crew said he had been hurt, but a doctor who treated him said he had only light injuries. Wow, this has happened a couple of times, right? What's the old saying? The captain goes down with his ship.
Yeah.
Computer says no.
Not so much lately. They sometimes are the first to
Well,
skedaddle.
the captain skedaddles
Yeah.
and lets everyone else die.
Right.
Yeah, like that. The Italian
Italian,
ship,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Costa Concordia, was that?
Yeah,
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah.
It's going to cost you.
The South Korean president said that the captain and some crew members of the sunken ferry committed unforgivable murderous behavior by telling passengers to stay put while giving themselves opportunities to escape. You said yesterday there's some reports that they were on walkie-talkies talking to each other about how to get out of there. Right. The person that actually was, at the helm is a relative rookie shipmate with just over a year of experience. We talked about this yesterday, but the captain reportedly left her in charge of a tricky route while he took a break. So that seemed to be the first, thing he did wrong. Lee has said he waited to issue an evacuation order because the current was strong, the water was cold, and passengers could have drifted away before help arrived. But maritime experts said he could have ordered passengers to the deck where they would have had a greater chance of survival without telling them to abandon a ship. I was reading some of the ship-to-shore communication, and they were saying, what can you come now? How soon can you rescue? If we tell the passengers to, and I think what they were saying was, we'll put them in life vests. Don't, have them just, jump into the sea. But they were saying, and then they were saying a helicopter can come. It can be there in 10 minutes. But the person said there's too many passengers. A helicopter isn't going to be sufficient. And so, but I guess it's all hindsight now. But boy, it sure doesn't look good for the. For the crew and the captain. Okay, so that's that. Right. Meanwhile, back to World War III, everybody. Great. Hey, look alive, World War III, everybody. The vice president in Ukraine to show support as tensions rise, to push for urgent implementation of the international agreement and trying to de-escalate tensions over there. The U.S. has said it will decide within days, not weeks, whether Russia is abiding by the accord.
Right.
Why? Well, let's ask Putin to ask Putin, or Snowden to ask Putin if he's telling the truth or not.
Snowden has walked back his comments.
He said that might have been an error?
Might have been
of some
an error.
Sort? Anything else he would like to rethink? No. Okay. Yeah. Let's not go there. Jay Carney.
Well, first of all, they signed the agreement, and
the Russians.
They have committed themselves by signing to use their influence to stabilize the situation in Ukraine.
Yeah, have you seen the Green Men? The Green Men are calling them, are showing up.
Yeah.
For 2 weeks, the mysteriously well-armed professional gunmen known as Green Men.
As opposed to Green Army Men.
Right.
So
or Blue Men.
There.
Right.
Right.
No. Or Blue Men, like in what movie am I thinking of? Avatar.
Or Blue Man Group.
Right, or Blue Man Group. No, these are Green Men because they're in green. They have seized Ukrainian government sites in town after town, igniting a brush fire of separatist unrest across eastern Ukraine. Strenuous denials from the Kremlin have closely followed each accusation by Ukrainian officials that the world is witnessing a stealthy invasion by Russian forces. Well, if Putin says niet, that's niet. What's not to trust? He also said they have no surveillance state of any kind. He told his friend Snowden that. There's nothing. No.
It's not true.
They don't do that in Russia.
No.
They don't have surveillance. Or green.
We used to in good old days. There's a KGB.
Now, photographs and descriptions from eastern Ukraine, endorsed by the Obama administration on Sunday, suggest that many of the Green Men are indeed Russian military and intelligence forces equipped in the same fashion as Russian special operations troops involved in annexing the Crimea.
Spetsnaz.
Pardon me.
Sounds like Spätzle a little bit.
Some of the men photographed in Ukraine have been identified in other photos clearly taken among Russian troops in other settings. Uh-oh. They're not green screening the Green Men. The Green Men are actually...
Well, when you green screen Green Men, they disappear.
Right.
Kind of like a weatherman that wears a green tie accidentally one day.
Right. I've done that before. I made the mistake of wearing bright green when we were doing green screen and you were just a floating head.
Pashmina?
No, not the... Green never ends well for me.
No, it doesn't.
Okay,
Avoid
Jay Carney.
If progress is not made in coming days, we will impose further costs.
Okay, then. Right. And the Carney one more time.
We don't have any doubt about the connection there, and I think that the photographs that are reported on today simply reaffirm that.
Yeah, the connection between the Green Men and
the Green Men.
Yeah, suppose there's a connection?
Yeah, especially laying down green guy.
Or leg melted with a magnifying glass guy.
Did you see that's what those stupid Bundy militiamen look like? Did you see them? They're like lying on the stumps like snipers aiming at government troops.
Aiming their automatic weapons at U.S. marshals.
Yeah. Yes.
Huh.
Yes. And if the government had decided to fight back, as Rude said yesterday, you would be paced.
And Sean Hannity is encouraging behavior like that.
Yeah.
Isn't Sean Hannity engaged in sedition?
Yes.
He's doing that?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
Yes, that's what I said, Newsbusters. Sean Hannity is engaged in sedition. Look to camera. Okay. The Russian ambassador, and you don't think I'm going to try that, do you?
Sergei Kislyak.
Yeah.
As far as I understand, the checkpoint was manned by people who didn't have arms. So they were attacked by people who are representative of the outright movement in the Ukrainian political spectrum.
Yeah, their arms were melted off by a magnifying glass.
Here, hold this gun. Oh, I have no arms.
You have no arms, right.
Sorry.
I don't think you meant those kinds of arms.
Sorry, Jim and I were not clear what he meant.
Both of you went there that I could see.
I have no arms.
Yeah. But your arms off.
It's tough for a security guard. I'm just saying.
Maybe you should seek another line of work.
It's like the Black Knight.
Yeah.
What's the flesh wound?
It's only a flesh wound.
All
Your
right.
arms off.
45 minutes after the hour. We are fully armed.
Yep.
Right back on the Stephanie Miller Show.
Stephanie Miller.
It is the Stephanie Miller Show. Welcome to it. 50 minutes after the hour. 5-0. Okay. 1-800-STEP-1-2, the phone number, toll free from anywhere. Charlie Pierce coming up at the bottom of the hour, and he's just so Charlie Piercey.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
He's the Charlie Pierceiest.
Every time I read a line that I think's my favorite, then I read another one.
Yep.
Oh, he was talking about, I saw this too. Who was it? David Brooks, questioning the president has a manhood problem on the Middle East.
Yeah.
Oh, my
And he said, Charlie wrote, having your manhood questioned by a walking piece of tweed like David Brooks. His choice of phrases. Anyway, so lots of great stuff about that. Charlie Pierce coming up at the bottom of the hour, and then a comedy legend, laughing creator George Slaughter, live in studio with us. How exciting is that?
Very interesting.
But stupid. Not him. That's a character.
Right.
Okay.
He also helped to create
You know what'll be
real
funny
people.
is he'll open that door like I'm laughing.
And then Alan Seuss will stick his head through the wall.
And we'll have Joanne Worley say hello. Exactly. All right, that's how we'll know he's here. Yeah. Okay. All right. So by the way, speaking obviously we just covered what's happening in Russia. Was State Department spokesman on Syria.
We have indications of the use of a toxic industrial chemical, probably chlorine, in Syria this month in the opposition-dominated village of Kafir Zeta. We're examining allegations that the government was responsible.
All right, who peed in the pool in Syria? Everybody?
Chlorine is worse than that.
I understand.
Okay.
I did not mean to joke about something so.
Okay.
All right. More importantly, I think it was wise. The White House did comment on Russia and on Syria, did not comment on deporting Justin Bieber.
Thank God.
Which, because that is a little more, it's a little more volatile diplomatic situation, Jim.
Biebergate?
Biebergate.
Over 250,000 Americans asked the White House to revoke his green card and send him back to Canada. Right? That's what that was about. And, petitions that surpass 100,000 signatures require an official White House response. So here was their response. They said, we are sorry to disappoint, but we won't be commenting on this one.
The response was not off, eh?
We'll leave it to others to comment on Mr. Bieber's case, but we're glad you care about immigration issues because our current system is broken. Too many employers game the system by hiring undocumented
that was
workers,
good.
and 11 million people are living in the shadows. Nicely done.
That was deft.
Nicely done. Speaking, John Boner, of what the American people want immigration reform. The American people. Hey.
American people.
Okay, thank you.
The tavern.
Bob Seska told us that because we thought tavern was his only keyword to cry. Right, but also American people or America.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we exchange Justin Bieber for Rob Ford because he's more entertaining? I think.
Does he have the same acting coach, John Boner, I wonder, as Pistorius does? Because I assume that Riva is the cue word for him to blubber.
I didn't know. What? I didn't think that there was anyone behind the door, so I shot anyway. Right.
I really hope he gets his money back from that acting coach.
And see.
Wow.
Yeah, well,
Yikes.
and that.
We'll call you.
Okay.
Don't call us.
We're going to go another direction.
Wow, that was the range of emotions from A to
B.
Right. Wow, that was just kind of one note your performance.
From A to A.5.
All right. Oh, hey, look at here. We were talking. You opened the week. Now you have me because you were talking about Lindsay.
Oh
show.
God, yes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Right. I did. Well, I guess I did know this. Celebrities sometimes call the paparazzi on themselves.
They do. Mm-hmm. Especially if you're like C or D list. Yeah.
Right. That's very sad. See? Makes me feel a little better about my sad little life. At least I don't call, TMZ to say, I'm going to be at Rite Aid if you want to put me in celebrities that are just like us. For every A-lister who carefully dodges the camera, there are B and C-listers trolling celebrity haunts looking for a little extra publicity.
Look at me! Look at me!
Don't look at me. The ugly secret is some stars want to be hunted during the great Britney Spears hunt of 2007. Oh, don't we remember that out here in L.A.?
That's when she shaved her head and beat people with an umbrella.
Right, and the tattoos. She would reportedly call select paparazzi right before moving. Kim Kardashian, that's so weird that she would do something for publicity.
Huh.
Routinely tipped off the paparazzi in her early days. Just in the post-sex tape era then?
Yeah.
Because that didn't get her quite enough attention.
No.
Right. Someone falling off the fame radar like Denise Richards or Tori Spelling will make arrangements for paparazzi to come over and shoot them with their kids. Oh, that's nice. To use your kids as props. Oh, precious. Lindsay Lohan, your friend, has alerted photographers to her whereabouts in return for a gratuity.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do it for whatever she does it for. I'll do it for less.
You learn from the documentary series that she.
Do you dare me to make that call? Maybe we should make it on the air. I'll just call the Inquirer. How much would you pay me to tell you where I'm going to be later? Nothing.
And you are.
Right. Really? Why would we?
And I would know you because.
You were in the tabloids once.
Oh, right. When I had the late night TV show for a minute. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. With the it took me many, many years, but apparently I broke up with Melissa Gilbert, Bruce Boxleitner marriage.
Right. Yes.
Okay.
Not because you went after Melissa Gilbert.
No.
But because you went after Bruce Boxleitner.
They weren't very hip to the.
She left him for Danny Bonaducci.
Right. Exactly. Whoopi Goldberg has a pot column.
All right.
She likes the ganja.
Yes. No secret she knows a little about pot. Now she's sharing the knowledge in a new column in the Denver Post. Aptly named the Mile High City. So high. Higher than a mile did. She made her debut in a piece for The Cannabist. Called My Vape Pen and I, a Love Story. She said the vape pen has changed my life. No, I'm not exaggerating. In fact, her name is Sippy. Yes, she's a she, and yes, I named her Sippy because I take tiny little sips, sassy sips. She's hot.
Whatever. I can't stand those vape things.
Oh, you have some knowledge of this, do you?
Well, no, people they smoke the liquid nicotine stuff that's flavored like
my friend had one
stuff.
of those the other day. The e-cigarettes.
Yeah, someone said that on Twitter said that they outlawed vaping in the city of Los Angeles, and I said vaping, otherwise known as douching, because only douches vape.
Why? Isn't it supposed to help you get off regular smoking? Isn't it?
That's the idea, but
that's the idea. But you're still
it means
sucking in nicotine.
No, but it means you're not contaminating other people's air with smoke.
Oh.
No, but there
it smelled like it to me.
There are other materials that go into the air, and so it's not as safe.
You're like,
as you might think.
Thanks for not having the cigarette. Ooh, is that?
Yeah.
Is that? I don't know what else is in there. I don't know.
When I was in the 70s.
Is that asbestos?
In Europe, if you went to a bar, it was just clouds of smoke.
Yeah. Are you kidding? My living room was like that.
You would reek of
My dad was.
It was
like a poker tournament.
Within 30 seconds, your hair and your clothes are just completely permeated with
All right, 58 minutes after the hour, Charlie Pierce, much more as we continue on the Stephanie Miller Show.